Hello, it's Bug News, and today we're going to talk about Antonio Brown. As you know, Antonio Brown is a NFL football player who has a very successful career, and he also may be a Hall of Famer, although due to some of his actions. But recently, he quit his job on national TV, or allegedly quit his job. We don't know if he made it quit that team, or he quit that job, but we don't know. Stuff has a way of working itself out. And he took his shirt off in the gold, giving up deuces and running around. Some people saying looking like a lunatic, but really looking unprofessional for a person that's supposed to be. I mean, basically, he is an entertainer. He has a skill. People want to see him perform. Okay, that's it in a nutshell. He gets paid handsomely for it, and in many people's opinion, he generates revenue in many forms that he doesn't benefit from: news media, commentary, just his name, and when people write about him, and then probably even stuff I haven't even listed. Okay, so some people, saying, what happened? Was he talking to Nosey Heaux during halftime, and she told him to quit the job? What happened? While others are saying, maybe it's due to CTE. When you have the brain trauma, and this causes your personality to change. And this is what Russ Parr was pointing out. And then some say it probably was money, and money in this aspect. Okay, you remember the movie Any Given Sunday? And you remember when was a scene in there, and LL Cool J was the running back, and it was actually going to go to two scenes, and LL Cool J came to coach, and I think it was Al Pacino was the coach. I think he was playing that role, and so Jamie Foxx was like getting a lot of the plays and scoring the touchdowns and running the ball. And LL Cool J character was like, well, look, I got to get a certain amount of touches, not yards. Well, it's touches and yards, not even touchdown, but a certain amount of touches and then a certain amount of yards, but mostly the touches, if I'm recalling correctly, or I don't get my bonus. Now, that can happen. T.O. used to get mad at the quarterbacks because they wouldn't throw him the ball enough. And maybe that was in his contract, that he had to get a certain amount of catches or attempts to get his bonus. And also in the movie on Again This Sunday, I think Lawrence Taylor was playing the linebacker. I recall this vividly. He had too many hits. They was like, look, man, you got to retire because your brain jacked up, right? Another hit, you're gonna have some issues. He had too many concussions. So Lawrence Taylor ran through all his money, not in his real life, but in his character he was playing. Ran through all his money. He had kids. It was in his career. So if he got, I think, like a couple more tackles, he was gonna get $1 million. And of course he got the tackle, but he was stretched out. And he said, "Yeah, I got my $1 million." So it's a whole bunch of angles to this with Antonio Brown. I'm going with the money issue. Maybe he was supposed to get certain plays, and I think this was the last game of the season. He won't go ahead and get his money. So he like, well, maybe in his contract, if he has some abrupt thing, he can get the certain option that he couldn't get had he played out the season. And he put up them deuces and was out of there. This is a little tidbit from Bug News. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much.